welcome to our Module 5 overview. For those of you who took CMS 303 Intercultural Foundations, you'll recall our study on high and low context cultures. In this module, we're going to address how intercultural leadership is affected by interaction between high and low context cultures. For those of you who have taken our Foundations class, you've already been introduced to Edward T. Hall, the interculturalist and cultural anthropologist, who in 1976 first introduced us to the concept of the iceberg analogy, with 10% of culture being external and 90% of culture being internal. If you are unfamiliar with this concept, let me encourage you to pause the video at this point so that you can read through this graphic and understand the concept in more detail. The following graphic illustrates some of the major differences between high and low context cultures, as well as naming some of those that are predominantly low context or predominantly high context. Let me encourage you to pause the video for the purpose of writing down these details. This will help you in both watching the video in the lecture material and also in your reading. You will note from your Module 5 checklist of assignments that you have an additional video to watch entitled High and Low Context by Dr. Annalise Harper. You will read Chapter 5 of Dr. Pluderman's book, Leadership in Context, in which you're dealing with intercultural leadership and high and low context. As always, this is presented from a ministry perspective and a missions perspective. Make sure to print out your Module 5 reading guide in order to look for the specific details addressing the questions in the guide. I hope you have a great week.